Herzlichen Dank. Sehr verehrter Herr Generaldirektor, lieber Herr Professor Khaled El-Enany, wie Sie vielleicht bemerkt haben, haben wir heute alles versucht, die USA wieder zurück in die UNESCO zu holen. Erst mit den Texten von Archibald MacLeish, jetzt mit Ziv Sefman. Und mit A Million Dreams kennen Sie sich ja qua Amt gut aus. Im November 2025 sind Sie zum neuen Generaldirektor der UNESCO gewählt worden, mit überwältigender Mehrheit, aber auch für überwältigende Herausforderungen. Ich habe Sie bereits vor 12 Jahren in Ägypten schon kennenlernen dürfen, als Sie Direktor des Museums für die ägyptische Zivilisation waren. Damals eine riesige Baustelle. Kurze Zeit darauf sind Sie Antikenminister und Minister für Tourismus geworden und damit zuständig für das größte archäologische Museum der Welt, das Grand Egyptian Museum, damals auch eine große Baustelle, das jetzt eröffnet ist und die Welt begeistert. Sie wissen, aus Herausforderungen Erfolge zu machen. Wir danken Ihnen sehr herzlich, dass Sie heute Ihre Keynote aus Paris mitgebracht haben zu Ihrer Vorstellung einer UNESCO for the People. Herzlichen Dank, Professor El-Enany.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary, and all the friends of Germany. Your Excellency, Madam Minister, Your Excellency, Mr. State Secretary, Your Excellency, Madam President, Mr. Secretary General of the German Commission, Mr. Vice President of the Prussian Cultural Heritage Foundation, Excellencies, Ambassadors, dear members and partners of the German Commission, dear friends of multilateralism, dear friends of international law, dear friends of peace, dear friends of UNESCO, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor and personal pleasure to celebrate with you the 75th anniversary of the German membership to UNESCO, as well as the establishment of the prestigious German Commission here in this very symbolic location in the heart of Berlin. Allow me first to express my sincere appreciation to the German authorities for their long-standing commitment to multilateralism and to UNESCO, as well as to Her Excellency, my dear friend, Ambassador Kerstin Purschler, Ambassador and Permanent Delegate of Germany to UNESCO, for her unwavering dedication to our organization. I also warmly thank the President of the National Commission, Professor Boehmer, as well as the Secretary General, Dr. Lookscheiter, and their teams. My appreciation extends to the organizers and speakers, especially Johanna. Thank you for this trip of 81 years old. And to all those who have contributed to making this anniversary possible. Let me also warmly acknowledge the many ambassadors present with us today. This anniversary offers a valuable opportunity to celebrate the depth and richness of cooperation between Germany and UNESCO, carried by the National Commission, of course, but also by the federal government and the Länder, as well as by cities, universities, research institutes, cultural institutions, sites, media organizations, foundations, civil society, scientists, educators, artists, journalists, and young people across the country. Germany is one of UNESCO's most long-standing, valued, and reliable partners. UNESCO lives here through 55 World Heritage Sites, 17 biosphere reserves, 8 global geoparks, 8 creative cities, 10 elements of the intangible cultural heritage, and 35 inscriptions on the memory of the World Register. It thrives through hundreds of associated schools, 4 learning cities, 17 UNESCO chairs, 2 Category 2 centers, and 3 Goodwill ambassadors, supported by a vibrant network of experts, artists, young people, and local communities. Germany also hosts major UNESCO institutions, notably the UNESCO Institute for Lifelong Learning in Hamburg and UNESCO Univoc in Bonn, global leaders in lifelong learning, technical and vocational education and training. Germany is the 3rd contributor to UNESCO's regular budget and among the top 10 in voluntary contributions. But beyond these contributions, it plays a pivotal role in enabling UNESCO to respond to the defining challenges of our time. First, by strengthening education for memory and human rights. Germany is a leading partner in UNESCO's work on Holocaust education. It contributes actively to UNESCO's action, supported by the European Commission, to strengthen educational responses to anti-Semitism across European Union member states. Second, by helping societies prepare for the future, supporting our work on education for sustainable development, and congratulations for the new prize, on curriculum development, education monitoring, environmental and greening education, biodiversity, water research, ocean science, and open science. Third, by defending open and informed public spaces through its support for freedom of expression, media development, and the safety of journalists, including the Global Media Defense Fund, as well as through cooperation with Deutsche Welle Academy, whose director I had the pleasure of meeting earlier today. Germany is also a strong partner in crisis contexts. I wish to highlight in particular its support to Syria, which was at the heart of our discussion held earlier today over the lunch with the Director General of Culture and Communication at the Federal Foreign Office and the broad group of officials and experts in Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, this strong partnership owes much to the National Commission, which for 75 years has embedded UNESCO's mandate within German society, demonstrating that multilateralism must be rooted in societies and owned by people. The theme of this year's annual report, promoting diversity and respecting human rights, lies at the very heart of UNESCO's mission. Diversity is not only a value to celebrate, it's a right to defend and a condition for more cohesive societies. The spirit underpins the Commission's commitment to the 2005 Convention on the Protection and Promotion of Diversity of Cultural Expressions. 20 years after its adoption, these conventions remain essential to support creation, protect artists, and broaden access to cultural life, ensuring that cultural goods and services are not treated as ordinary commodities. Through its Fair Culture initiative, the National Commission has translated these principles into practice, promoting fair remuneration, decent working conditions, equitable access to markets, and proper recognition for cultural professionals. The Fair Culture Charter, now endorsed by more than 250 cultural actors worldwide, demonstrates how UNESCO standards can inspire tangible commitments. This same commitment is reflected in education through the UNESCO-associated schools network, education for sustainable development, inclusive education, and youth participation. Through the Young Forum, university and international exchanges, the Commission engages young people not as beneficiaries, but as actors essential to the success of UNESCO's mission. I would also like to highlight the Commission's engagement beyond Germany, notably through cooperation with national commissions and partners in several countries in Southern Africa. In doing so, it contributes directly to one of UNESCO's global priorities, Africa, and to one of our core missions, advancing international and intellectual cooperation. This is precisely what UNESCO for the People means: translating global principles into tangible impact, moving from international norms to local ownership, and ensuring that technical expertise results in meaningful change in people's daily lives. This same spirit guides our approach to UNESCO 80, a collective reflection on how our organization can deliver its mandate with greater coherence, impact, and relevance in a rapidly changing world. From the outset, this process has been broad, inclusive, and consultative. Member states, electoral groups, UNESCO secretariats, field offices, and Category 1 institute, national commissions, UNESCO chairs, Category 2 centers, site managers, youth, partners, civil society have all contributed with more than 1,500 inputs received. I welcome Germany's strong engagement, both through the consultation of National Commission and through its written contribution as a member state, to help make our action more focused, coherent, and impactful. Germany rightly emphasizes that our normative leadership and operational work must reinforce one another wherever UNESCO brings clear added value, from education, the ethics of AI, and science diplomacy to cultural heritage, freedom of expression, the safety of journalists, and access to information. Ultimately, all these efforts pursue a single ambition: to make UNESCO's mandate an even stronger force for peace, human rights, and sustainable development. With the adoption of the UNESCO 80 Roadmap by the Executive Board in April, we have entered a decisive phase implementation. Member states have set a clear direction to ensure that UNESCO makes the best use of its unique mandate, strengthens delivery, and translates reform into visible results for the people we serve. The Working Group on Mandate Implementation Review, which will meet for the first time next week on June 12th, will play a key role in helping member states reflect together on UNESCO's comparative advantage, strategic focus, and long-term effectiveness. We look forward to Germany's continued leadership and active engagement in this process. Its deep commitment to multilateralism, scientific cooperation, cultural dialogue, human rights, and rules-based international order will be essential as we work together to preserve what makes UNESCO unique and strengthen what makes it effective. Excellencies, during my campaign, when I had the opportunity to meet the President and the Secretary General of the German Commission, I think it was end of January 2025, I immediately grasped the strength and the relevance of the German model. This has since guided my commitment to supporting and connecting national commissions worldwide, including through a recent dedicated brochure aimed at sharing best practices among them. Today, the 75th anniversary once again demonstrates the value of this model. UNESCO is proud to count on the steadfast commitment of Germany and the German Commission, and I look forward to further deepening our cooperation for peace, for diversity, for human rights, for UNESCO 80, and above all, for the people we serve. Dankeschön.